Hello dear students, welcome you all. Now let us learn about natural resources and associated problems. For man to live, air, water, land, sunlight and food are the most indispensable wants. Man gets his food from plants and animals. Agriculture, fishing and cattle rearing constituted the occupations of the early man. As civilization started progressing, man started using minerals and energy resources to expand the comforts of his life. In the present day lifestyle, we are pushed to that stage to think that without electricity, human life is not possible. Even single minute on this planet called Earth. Due to the continued use of natural resources, different problems including environmental pollution have shot up. In this lesson, we are going to discuss the various kinds of resources like water, land, air, forest, food and energy and the problems associated with them. Natural resources are defined as anything from living and non-living environment that satisfy human needs and wants. Stocks of the nature useful to the mankind are called natural resources. They are air, water, soil, minerals, coal, petroleum, animals and plants. Today the basic needs of the life are fulfilled by material present in nature. We manipulate these resources to produce whatever is required. The primitive human beings had used only those resources that supported their life. The growing population, industrialization, consequent urbanization has compelled us to overexploit these natural resources. These natural resources are broadly classified into two categories. First one is inexhaustible natural resources and exhaustible natural resources. What are they? Inexhaustible natural resources and exhaustible natural resources. Inexhaustible resources means the resources which are unlimited and not likely to be exhausted by man's continued use are referred to as inexhaustible resources. Through their quality may change in due course, but they are available forever. For example, air, sunlight, water, etc. And the exhaustible resources on continued use slowly deplete and finally get dried up fully. As we use these resources continually, it leads to the decrease in their quantity and quality. Okay, the stock of exhaustible resources in the nature is limited. They are susceptible to be degraded in quantity and quality by the human activities. Some of the exhaustible natural resources are soil, forest, wildlife, minerals, coal, petroleum, etc. And these resources can be further classified into that is exhaustible resources can be further classified into four categories as categories. That is first one is renewable resources and non-renewable resources, reusable resources and non-reusable resources. Here renewable resources means the resources which can be replaced after being used by man are known as renewable resources. They are used over and over as they get regenerated in nature. These include water, wood, soil, fertility, forests, wild animals like that. Okay, then non-renewable resources means which cannot be replaced after being used as known as non-renewable resources. There is no change for the replacement of these resources. These include fossil fuels, oil and natural gases, ores of iron ore, okay, aluminium, copper and other minerals. And reusable resources means though the deposits of these kinds of resources are likely to be exist on continued use, yet they can be used over and over again. Example, metals like gold, silver, iron, copper, etc. And non-renewable resources means the deposits of this kind of resources not only deplete on continued use, they cannot be used repeatedly. We can't use repeatedly. Okay, can you understand? For example, metallic minerals like sand, stones like marble, granite, etc. And also various kinds of natural resources are forest resources, water resources, mineral resources, food resources, energy and land resources. Natural resources in air. Air is a mixture of gases that is composed of 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, and a very small percentage of water vapor and other gases. The fact that air contains so much oxygen is not because the earth provided us the atmosphere with their composition, but because living things like plants produce oxygen for over 2 billion of years ago from carbon dioxide. The oxygen is in the air is essential for animals to survive because we use this oxygen to produce energy from the food we eat. The carbon dioxide we breathe out is in turn required for plants to trap energy from the sun and turn it into food. The air also has another important function. It regulates the temperature of the earth and causes different weather pattern. Without the atmosphere's moderating effect, the earth would be fried during the day and would be freezing cold at night. The movements of air bring us rain in every monsoon. That means air is an important form of inexhaustible natural resources which is essential for our survival. Okay. Air contains of a mixture of gases containing nitrogen 78% and oxygen is 21%, carbon dioxide, ammonia, ozone and noble gases that is helium, argon, etc. constitute to 1% of the total volume of the air. Atmosphere is the layer of air about the earth's surface. The density of the air in the atmosphere varies at different altitudes from the surface of the earth. The atmosphere is thus divided into different zones. That is what is meant by atmosphere? Atmosphere, it's a gaseous envelope surrounding the earth. It's a gaseous envelope surrounding the earth. The atmosphere of earth is composed of nitrogen, oxygen, argon, carbon dioxide and other gases in trace amounts. Oxygen is used by most organisms for respiration. Nitrogen is fixed by bacteria and lighting to produce. Ammonia used in the construction of nucleotides and amino acids. And carbon dioxide is used by plants, algae and photosynthesis. Okay. The air which we breathe exists in the first zone 10 to 12 kilometer from the surface of the earth. This zone of the atmosphere is called troposphere. Troposphere. What is meant by atmosphere? It's a gaseous envelope surrounding the earth. Lithosphere means rigid outer layer of earth crust. Biosphere means it is the realms of living things found in the atmosphere. Okay. Above this is called stratosphere. This is a rich ozone gas forming ozone layer. It absorbs the harmful ultraviolet rays like cataracts, inflammatory diseases, cancer, etc. Thus protects our lives. Okay, now we pass on to next. The next natural resource is water. Already we know water is man's blood brother. And every living things consists of mostly of water. The human body is about 70% water, and the earth is 70% of earth is covered by water, and that is why it's called blue planet. Okay, blue planet. Thiruvalluvar is also says, without water there is no life. That is நீரின்றி அமையாது உலகு. And ancient civilization originated from the river banks. Generally, rivers are called cradles of civilization. And fifth of the earth is covered with water. Most of it is 97.2 percentage is in the ocean, and 2.8% fresh water. Out of 2.8% fresh water, 2.2% is the groundwater, and 0.6% is below groundwater. India had been the world's greatest water harvester. What is next? Water is next to oxygen in importance. The old cities of the world are located on river banks or near lakes, indicate the utility and importance of water to humans. And this water is not only vital for substances of life, but is also essential for socio-economic development. Rain is the major source of water. The water which remains in the earth crust is called groundwater storage. Generally, the water cycle on earth involves evaporation, condensation, and precipitation. This a continuous movement of water from oceans to atmosphere, from the atmosphere to land, and from the land back to oceans. Okay, a large tree may lose 300 or more gallons of water per day through transpiration, producing a cooling effect comparable to that of 10 room air conditioners. Okay, and the increasing industrialization, urbanization, and development activities lead to pollution of water. What is the reason for the pollution of water? The increasing industrialization, urbanization, and developmental activities lead to pollution of water. And the water now, nowadays the water is polluted in different ways. That is physical imbalances and chemical pollution, physiological pollution, affects taste and odor, and biological pollution, that is pathogenic organisms spread infections, hepatitis, dysentery, and diarrhea, etc. Almost all industries like paper, textile, rayon, tanning, sugar, petroleum chemicals like pesticides and weedicides as also insecticides are contributing to water pollution. Okay, here water is essential for the substance of the life. The density of the water is similar to that of protoplasm. We have both the surface and the groundwater. India has rich water bodies like rivers, ponds, lakes, etc. Water resources in the country is esteemed to have an average runoff in the river system of 1869 kilometers cube and 432 kilometer cube ground water. This is available to us from the rainfall and the snow, which is a part of the hydrological cycle. Okay. According to the intensity of the annual rainfall, we have 4 zones. First one is wet zone, over 200 centimeter. Second one is intermediate zone, that is 100 to 200 centimeters. And third one is semi-arid zone, that is 50 to 100 cm. And last one is arid zone, that's to 20 to 50 cm. Water that relocates into the ground through the pore spaces of the rocks is available as groundwater. The porous rocks are saturated with water at a certain level below the surface, that is known as zone of saturation. The upper level of the zone is called the water table. The water table is expressed with reference to the mean sea level. However, the vertical distance from the place on the surface to the water table is called water level. Water level. The another one natural resource is soil. What is soil? Soil is the top layer of the earth's surface in which plants and trees grow. It is made of fine particles of broken down rocks and takes millions of years to form. Soil is therefore very precious. India has various kinds of soils based on the types of rocks from which they were made. And soil is very important environmental component for human, animals and plants. It is the basic medium for food, vegetation and natural resources. It is also the base for the development of human culture and civilization. There are various aspects and components of soils, structure, texture, moisture, profiles and horizons. Of the total world land area, 1% exists of human habitats and 11% is agricultural lands, 24% is grazing lands, 33% is forest, 28% as rocky hills, deserts and swamps, and 38% as reserved areas for parks and wildlife sanctuaries. And the soil is mixture of organic matter, minerals, gases, liquids and organisms that together support life. Earth's body of soil called the pedosphere has four important functions. That is as a medium for plant growth, as a means of water storage, supply and purification, as a modifier of Earth's atmosphere, and as a habitat for organism. What are they? As a medium for plant growth, as a means of water storage, supply and purification, as a modifier of Earth atmosphere, and as a habitat for organisms. And this soil is another main natural resource essential for our survival and development. We fulfill our requirement of food, clothing and shelter mainly from the plants that grow in the soil or from animals that feed on such plants. Soil is the uppermost crust of the earth. The interaction, physical and biological components form it. The types of soil. First one, alluvial soil. Alluvial soil, black soil, red soil, mountain soil, desert soil and laterite soil. Alluvial soil is carried by the rivers into the plains and is extremely fertile. The northern plains and the coastal plains have this soil. The delta regions of West Bengal also has this rich soil. Then black soil is fertile, fine and sticky as it has a lot of clay. It is found in western and central India. The next red soil gets its name because of the red iron chemicals in the soil. Red iron chemical in the soil. It is found mainly in the Deccan Plateau and in some parts of northeast India. The red soil found in valleys or plains in fertile. Otherwise, the soil is not very fertile. Then fourth one is mountain soil. Here, the mountain soil has a lot of gravel, that is small stones, and is found in the mountainous parts of north and northeast India. It is not very fertile. It is not very fertile. Then fifth one is desert soil. This desert soil is sandy. Desert soil is sandy and doesn't hold much water. It is found in the northwestern part of India. Okay. This the sandy soil, the first type of soil is sand. It consists of small particles of weathered rock. Okay, sandy soils are one of the poorest types of soil for growing plants because it has very low nutrients and poor water holding capacity, which makes it hard for the plant's roots to absorb water. This type of soil is very good for the drainage system. Okay, sandy soil is usually formed by the breakdown or fragmentation of rocks like granite, limestone and quartzite. Okay, then next soil is laterite soil. Laterite soil, it has a lot of aluminium and is not very fertile. It a lot of aluminium, but it is not very fertile. It is found in the hilly regions. It is located where? It is found in the hilly regions of the south and the northeast. Okay, that means alluvial soil. First one is alluvial soil. It is rich in loam and clay. Black soil, it has predominantly clay. Red soil, it's a sandy to loam. Mountain soil, it's a stony sandy soil. Desert soil, it is sandy and poor in organic carbon. And last, laterite soil, it has porous clay. Okay. Other natural resources. The coal, petroleum, and aluminium, copper, silver, and gold are among the important natural resources to the mankind. The coal and petroleum have been our sources of energy. The metals, non-metals, mineral, fuels, and lubricants are irreplaceable, unlike air or water. That's metallic minerals like gold, chromium, nickel, platinum, etc. are found as particles embedded in hard rocks. These rocky layers are cut and brought above the surface, and metallic mineral particles are extracted from them. Metals like aluminium, manganese, iron, copper, etc. are not found as metallic particles but found in the form of their respective compounds. From them, the respective metals are isolated and extracted by employing different methods, smelting, roasting, etc. Iron, aluminium, chromium, manganese, titanium and manganese are abundant, and while other metallic minerals like copper, lead, zinc, tin, gold, silver, platinum, uranium, mercury, molybdenum and scarce. The non-metallic minerals range from silicate minerals to sand, gravel, salts, soils, diamond, limestone, asbestos, and gypsum, etc. These kinds of mineral resources are found in Karnataka, Rajasthan, and Bihar. Gypsum and mica are found in Tamil Nadu. Diamond is found to some extent in Madhya Pradesh. And the fuel minerals are coal, petroleum, and amber belong to the category of fuel minerals. It is more appropriate to call them organic resources. In India, coal is available in abundance, particularly in West Bengal, Orissa, Bihar, Assam, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Meghalaya, Nagaland, and Uttar Pradesh. Lignite, that is brown coal, is available in Neyveli in Tamil Nadu. Petroleum is found in Assam and Gujarat states, as well as Godavari Basin and Bombay High Seas. Platinum is found in the Trivandrum beach. And mineral resources are finite and at certain point will be exhausted. In that case, there are 4 possible solutions. Explore for more minerals, recycle what has already been extracted and is in use, find out an alternative or substitute for a mineral in damage. Design technologies which avoid the minerals. And the other minerals, they are used for medicine and survey, space, and the labor saving and luxury equipments, buildings, transport, national defense. The nuclear or atomic energy produced by the nuclear reaction occurring in metals like uranium and thorium. The minerals resources play a big role in the economy of the country. And we can have a positive impact on our environment when our activities affect the environment and life in a helpful way. We can do so by conserving natural resources and protecting organisms living on the earth. Conserve and protect our natural resources, reduce, recycle, reuse, turn off water and lights, use renewable fuels, clean the water, pick up litter, plant seeds, etc. Okay, thank you.